I'm 2 years into my editing career and I finally got my first $300 client. I'm working with one other editor, so we're a small team of 2 and we're just pumping out videos. We're doing 2 videos a week. And this was nice, right? It's like I'm finally got consistent work. All their videos were quite repeatable. Like they all use the same effects, the same type of like videos each time. And if you've been following me for a while, like if you're one of my boys, then you know that I'm a bit of a productivity nerd. Like I genuinely enjoy the whole process of optimizing your workflow and stuff. That's something I really like. I realized that I could just spend the first 4 hours just making a workflow and kind of automating that process. So kind of setting up like the perfect workspace, setting up all my macros and stuff. So literally within a week of me onboarding him, I was pumping out 6 videos a week. I managed to triple what any of his other editors could do. Sure, it was amazing for me that I have this increased income, this steady flow of like cash just coming in. But the thing is, this creator let go of his other editor because I was able to get those videos done better and faster. You might say that, oh, I'm a dickhead for taking his job and stuff. But really think about it from like the creator's point of view, right? I'm getting videos done faster. I'm getting them done in a higher quantity. I'm getting them done in a better like quality as well. Just from a business standpoint, it makes sense for him to keep me and let go of the other guy. So now you have this option, right? You could call me an arsehole and be like, oh no, Malice, why did you get more videos done? You could be that one who's just complaining all day, or you could actually be the guy that's getting videos done on time and providing value to a creator. And I know there's gonna be someone saying that, oh, but Malice, it's quality over quantity. Like, who cares if you're getting 6 videos in a week if they're all rubbish? Like, what's the point? But when did I tell you that I was dropping quality in any way? If anything, your quality actually goes up when you're getting videos done faster. Because think about it, right? Like your editing gets better with every video you edit. Like not only with a certain creator, but generally like practice makes perfect, like everyone says in it. So the more edits you're able to do in a week, the more your editing is going to improve that week, right? Like that's just how it works. So when you're able to get videos done faster, you're getting more practice in, which means you're becoming a better editor. So it's like your quality goes up with quantities. It's not one for the other. It's always, they go up together. Think about the last session you had while editing. The last time you were sat at your desk and you were just working at your PC, and genuinely ask yourself this, like I'm being for real, like actually ask yourself which video did you work on and how much did you get done. Like you probably didn't get as much done as you think you did. You probably sat down for like 2, 3, 4, however many hours, but you maybe got like an hour of work done. So what I'm telling you isn't to spend more time sitting down, to spend more time working. I'm saying have more productive output. Like genuinely get more done with the time you have. And the easiest way to do this is honestly just workflow. Like I've already made a whole video about this. Make sure you have a workflow. Go watch that video if you haven't already. But what I found is a lot of the time, the reason editors don't get work done, it's not even because they don't have the time to do it. Like you probably have enough time during the week to get a video done, but why do you end up doing it on the last few days? What I've always found is it's more of a motivation problem. So I was hosting a Q&A session with the guys in my like private server. So these guys have like the ultimate editing packs, and one of the questions I got asked was, how do you find the motivation to edit, especially when you know you have like a week to do a video? Like I always end up doing it on the last day, and I realized that that's something that I used to struggle with so much when I first got started. And there's this guy called Peter. He's in the server. He genuinely has made so much progress. I've seen him grow up from like 0 clients to genuinely working with like Hayden Hillersmith. That's besides the point. But he brought up this concept of when you'd be most motivated to edit. And I genuinely think this was the best answer he could have given. The time you'll be most motivated to edit is when you literally don't have any other choice. It's gonna be when you're broke. It's gonna be when you literally don't have anything to eat. It's gonna be when your parents are about to kick you out of the house. When you need the money, when you need the clients from video editing, that's when you're gonna be motivated to edit. And of course, that's not me telling you like, okay, go leave your parents' house with nothing else but a laptop. But think back to the last time you were set some sort of homework or essay to do for school. Like you see all those memes, right, of, oh, you get the whole year to do an essay, but then you get it done in the last 2 days. And sure, it is kind of funny, like everyone does do that, but that means that you could have gotten that whole essay done in a few days. The reason you only got it done at the end was there was finally some pressure motivating you to get it done. For most of your life, you've had external factors pressuring you. You've had some sort of authority figure. You've had like a teacher telling you to do this thing. But with editing, it's completely different because you're self-employed, right? Like you can choose whether you work with a client or not. You can choose whether you want to take on more videos or what you want to do with your time. Pair that with the fact that I'm living with my parents and you probably are too. So we don't even need to have like this crazy like expenses of like, oh, we need to pay the mortgage, we need to pay this, we need to pay that. Is it any wonder that we're getting a week-long video done in a day? So there's 2 ways that I like to set pressure. So these are things that I like to call self-imposed pressure, because we've had external pressure in our past, in our school, and we are not really able to employ that here. I'll go through the first one now, but I promise you the second one, if you use it right, if you actually listen to what I tell you to do, it's genuinely the best way that I've found to never miss a deadline again. And literally, you're gonna feel like physical pain, like not physical, but you're gonna feel pain to not get a video done. And once I started using that, genuinely, I haven't missed a single deadline since. So the first method is called Parkinson's law. So this is when you're able to get a video done in a certain amount of time by splitting it into mini deadlines. So just like we said with the school homework, if we were given the whole year to get the project done and we get it done in the last few days, what happened is the project expanded to the time that we were allocated for it. If you were given 1 whole week to get it done, you'd take that whole week, you'd get it done by the end, but you'll take the whole week. If you were given 2 days to get that video done, you'd get it done within 2 days. What I want you to try doing instead is setting deadlines, but not with the client, so almost with yourself. So what I like to do is get like, okay, let's say the first day I have to get all the cutting done. By the second day, okay, I have to do the first round of effects and the fine cut, like, and so on and so on. And when you set these deadlines, you're able to kind of break it down better, because it's kind of hard to realize how long each thing takes until you're up at 1 a.m. and you're a day before the deadline, and now you're shitting it because you know you're not going to get any sleep. You don't want to be put in that situation, so trust me, set these mini deadlines from beforehand and actually work on completing them. But I know you're going to run into this problem where even though you set these deadlines, these mini deadlines for yourself, you're going to end up not following them. I remember that's something that I used to struggle with. But this second method of self-imposed pressure, this is how we're going to destroy that problem. We're going to make you so motivated to get this video done that you would literally like put anything else off to the side just to work on this video. As soon as you get the video, as soon as you've communicated with the client that, okay, we're going to work together, I want you to tell him when you're going to get the video done. Like, you're probably thinking normally it's the other way around, like the client tells you when to get the video done. What I'm telling you is I want you to set the deadline and tell him when you're going to get it done. And not only that, I want you to make this promise. And I know most people aren't going to do this, but I want you to make this promise to yourself right here. When you're working with a client, you're going to give them an update every single day on how the video is coming along. And you might be thinking like, oh, what if the client thinks I'm just spamming him? Like, what if he gets annoyed? Well, trust me, you're just coping. Like, the client's, he's paid you money. He's not going to get pissed off that you're letting him know how progress is going. The reason you're scared to do this, the reason you're scared to give your client an update every single day of working on a video is because you know you're scared of not getting it done. You're scared that you're going to be on day 1, you're going to be on day 2, you're going to be on day 3, and you're going to have to tell him that, bro, I haven't started on the video. But that's exactly why it works. Shame is such a disgusting feeling, and the amount of embarrassment that you'll feel when you know that you've told this client, you set yourself the deadline, you told him when you're going to get it done, and even then you couldn't get it, like you couldn't keep up with your promise. I mean, it's such a embarrassing feeling, right? But our subconscious, when we know that we're going to have to tell them, when we know on day 2 we're going to have to say, bro, I've done X amount of the video, like this many minutes done, your brain will not let you procrastinate, bro. Like, most editors are going to take this advice, or they're going to try implementing this in some sense, like 50% of the way there. They're going to say, okay, I'll message them, but they're going to end up lying to the client saying that, oh, I've done all of the effects so far and they've literally just finished cutting. Like, you're not going to get any value out of this. The whole point this method works is because you have to be honest while you're telling them. If you're actually serious about editing, if you have been struggling with motivation and deadlines, this is something that I think you genuinely value from. Like, you're aiming to work with like these $400-500 clients, but of course you're going to have to do your part as well, are you not? Like, you want all these creators to pay you, but you're not willing to actually provide them with the service that they've paid for. When you aren't able to get a video done in time, when you tell someone that you're going to get this video done in 3 days, in 4 days, however many days you say it, you can set this deadline, you tell them. If you're still not able to get it done in that time, you should feel embarrassed that you're not able to get it done. Of course you should be. He's paid you hundreds of dollars and you have the nerve, the audacity to lie about how his projects get coming along. Like, of course, like, you're not gonna make like a decent amount from editing. You don't even have any like fucking morals, bro. Editing is so much more than just making like pretty videos here and there. You as an editor are genuinely like a valuable asset in someone's business. This YouTuber is running his channel as a business and he's using you as an expense, as an asset. He's spending on you to make his business grow. Like, if you don't focus on these things, if you're not able to hold yourself accountable and genuinely sit there in shame when you're not able to get a video done in time, if you're able to put yourself in that position of accountability, that's when you'll find you're finally able to provide value to the creators that are paying a good amount. You don't want to end up like all these editors that just want to make a little bit of extra money and they end up focusing on the money but not the value. Like, you have to provide the value to a creator by getting stuff done on time to get paid. So when you can put steps like these in place to make sure you are as valuable as you can be to a creator, that's when you'll find that you're finally getting paid what you believed you're worth. Like, imagine these two paths that you could be going on right now from where you are. You can end up like everyone else, where you kind of just, you edit videos, but let's be real, you don't really care. Like, you just edit as if it was a hobby. Sure, it might be nice, sure, you might like editing as a hobby, like you edit Fortnite videos, whatever, do whatever you want, bro, but these genuinely aren't the people that I'm trying to help. You're not gonna value from the stuff I teach. I teach editors how to turn their hobby into a career, and if you like that, I think you'd want to be on this path. This is where not only do you know how to edit, but you put your time and effort into your growth. You not only become an editor that's good at editing, but you're getting shit done on time. You're productive. You also know how to market your services. You know how to actually brand and stuff. You know how to set yourself up in a way that you don't get burnt out. All of these soft skills that most editors aren't ever going to think about. If you can get all of these things done, bro, I promise you there's so much more potential in the skills that you have. If you want to go onto this path, then I want to help you. I genuinely want to give you such a stupid amount of information and like knowledge, because I've gone through that, right? Like, to be honest, my past weren't like this. For me, it was more like fucking this, because I had to find this shit out on my own. What I'm making this content for is that editing has like changed the way that I live my life. It's changed the way that I approach my work, my hobbies. Like, my work and hobby is like in one now. Like, I genuinely love what I do, but it took me all of this to get there. But now I've gotten there. I know how to get there in one journey. But if that's something you genuinely want to follow with your career, then I can help you, bro.